It's Thursday, and you know what that means. For another consecutive week in a row, we're only halfway through this run, as it is IndyCar night on ERN. Hello again, everyone. I am Gary Gotzo, and welcome to Round 9 of the Elite Racing League's premier racing division, the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series Championship, as we come to you from our third of 4 road courses this season, the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course for the 4th running of the Mid-Ohio Indy 200. Joining me as always in the booth is Luis Gonzalez Nunez. And Luis, if this race is like any of the other 2 road course races this season, we're in for a treat. We almost had a bit of a curveball thrown at us because you can see from these shots we have a drying racetrack.
Yeah, it was I checked the weather conditions 3 hours ago. Now the sim in the sim now is 12:46 p.m. Means 6 or 7 a.m. in the sim was fully raining. So when they started the season 11 a.m. In the sim, it was full raining course. So it was super wet. A lot of paddles in the track. Exclusively now, they have a lot of paddles in between 7, 8, and 9. I think turn 10 maybe have a little bit. A couple paddles. I follow Adriano Piñero on track now, make it a couple laps. So it's fully wet. Sorry, it's fully dry now. For example, when it's crossing the line, they have a little bit paddles over there. Look at that. That is one more can make aquaplaning on the car and make it lose some potential or maybe time on there. So it's still dangerous, especially with the slick tires. But mostly, I said 90% of the track is fully dry now. But that section of the between 4 to 10 is the most difficult, and also it's wet over there.
Let's get into the show, shall we? And we'll start with the points coming into today. And here you see them. A big 77-point lead by Adriano Pinero over his nearest competitor, Logan Edwards. Tyler Fode in 3rd. Seb Alexander not too far behind Tyler in 4th. Ryan Schuld 5th. Ingrave in 6th. Craig Forsyth, Blauman, Owens, and Clindy in the top 10. But it's a pretty comfortable lead by our 2-time defending and 3-time champion, Adriano Pinero.
Yeah, you did a good job last time in Nashville last week. Mistake. By mistake, he hit the wall actually, and he lost 1 lap, and he went back to the front, winning by 5,800 over Sergio Alexander.
And here are the rookie standings, and with a pretty commanding lead and already 1 win under his belt already this season is Logan Edwards. Liam O'Sullivan not in the lineup. Colin Heil will probably pass him, as well as Ben Lawson will pass it if they make the lineup. Liam O'Sullivan is back in school and will not be joining us, or at least be spottily joining us for the remainder of the season at best. He will not be a regular. But there you see the rookie standings going into this round, as qualifications are almost done, and we will get you a starting lineup here very shortly. Today's Elite Racing League's pole award is going to go to a driver here in about 16 seconds, and it is sponsored by 4D Racewear. Check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in the description. And also be sure to check out all their social addresses as well. Hot laps are counting as checker flag is flying here for open qualification. Group 1 is currently out there. Group 1 is made up of the championship points leaders. Just a reminder as we watch this final bit of laps complete. We started this season with Adriano Pinero winning 2 in a row at Homestead and at Iowa. And then Logan Edwards broke through at a thrilling race at Portland. Pinero broke through again by starting 33rd and winning at Pocono. during our first 500-miler of the year. Then Tyler Fode wins race 1 at Texas. Clindy won race 2 at Texas. Hunter Ingrave in a win that was in a very thrilling and a very confusing end of Road America. He got the win there, and Adriano Pinero, of course, won last week at Nashville. As we are now going to get a reset here and start lining up. As we wait for the sim to catch up. But today's 40 pole award is going to go to Ethan Stanley, the part-timer this season, racing only on the road courses. IndyCar has raced at Mid-Ohio 22 times between 1980 and today, except for a small respite between 2004 and 2006. IndyCar's first race here was a combined USAC and kart sanctioned race. The inaugural event was won by Johnny Rutherford for his first and only road course win of his career. Today, Mid-Ohio is a staple event on the yearly IndyCar schedule and is a race enjoyed by fans and drivers alike. The IndyCar qualification track record is set by Simon Pagenaud. Hard to believe this was the site of Simon Pagenaud's last official in the car as a driver race. Remember, he made that bad tumble going into China Beach area and has since not returned back to the car, but he is the track record holder with a time of 1:03.8. The kart track record is held by Dario Franchitti and Gilda Ferrin with a time of 1:05.3. Scott Dixon is the career wins leader here at Mid-Ohio by winning 7 races, and including the last race in 2025. He is your defending NTT IndyCar Series winner, beating out Alex Palou in a thrilling late race duel. In fact, I think Alex Palou gave the race to him as a favor, I think. He must have felt bad for the old guy. But of 42 races at Mid-Ohio, Chip Ganassi and Team Penske have won more than half of them. Chip Ganassi leads with 13 wins with the last win he had this season. The last 10 races at Mid-Ohio have produced 8 different winners. 2021 we raced here, Henry Bennett won. 2022 we raced here, Josh Chin won. And then 2024 we raced here, Adriano Pinero won. Let's get in today's starting lineup. As we got, I think we're going to get a long lap in front of us here.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to go short. All right, we'll get this in.
No, it's going to be full lap, and we're going to start in green flag in the back straight.
All right, so Stanley with the pole time of 1:09.2. Blauman, who has also been performing pretty well on the road courses this season, he is second. Nixon, we'll watch him. He is one of the road course experts. He's lined up third. Pinero, our points leader, in fourth. Hibbs and Fode on row 3. Scholl and Smith, teammates on row 4. Edwards and Alexander on row 5. Watch that row right there. There's a lot of road expertise in that row for sure. You got Richie, Hearn, and Forsyth, teammates in row 6. Wood and Frankenfield, a lot of experience there in row 7. Heil and Owens, row 8. Kidda and Vandermaar back from his trip to the Netherlands in row 9. Morera and Clindy in row 10. Albrecht and Herrick, row 11. Lawson and Camargo, row 12. Sora and Ingrave back on row 13. Watch Hunter Ingrave come from the back of the pack as well. And Hossack on row 14. 27 cars in today's starting lineup.
Okay, so the cones. Let me see the cone. Which cone?
Probably those cones right there, yeah.
Yeah, one of the cones is gonna be the don't know if it's the first or the second cone. It's the restart zone we have here in Mid-Ohio.
still some wet spots on the track that these drivers are going to have to contend with. Talk about the rule set for today. This is a fixed setup race. It's a 2.25 mile, 13 turn permanent road course. IndyCar measures the racetrack as 2.258. We're doing 90 laps today. That's 202.5 iRacing miles or 203.22 IndyCar miles, depending on how you want to look at it. It can be anywhere between a 4-stop or a 2-stop. Unlimited tires with the required compound change, but if we go back to a race, you could throw that out. 45 mile per hour pit road speed limit, no lucky dogs, no fast repairs.
I like this. To be honest, it's so fair. It's too unfair when you're racing an official. The green flag is out, and you even turn in the you even finish the turn 11. You already hear a green flag, so it's like not good. But down here it's like good to have that thing. To have all the cars in one line, and everyone can go in fair restart, basically.
There are your conditions one more time before we go green. This is where IndyCar actually does the restart as well. We're going to ride with Ethan Stanley, your pole sitter. Green flag in the air, and they have hit the mark, and they're racing down into what is turn 3 and 4. In the China Beach, and Stanley's going to have the lead coming into the turn. Pinero on the outside of Connor. He's going to get shuffled out. He's going to have water to his inside. He's got to watch it on the outside. Here comes Gavin Hibbs. Everyone seems to be through that portion of the racetrack pretty clear.
With the battle there, all good.
In the Thunder Valley, now coming back up into the main course portion of the course, into the carousel, because every road course needs to have a carousel. Now the main straightaway. And there you see the allocation of tires and the tire choices by these drivers. My understanding, it is going to be a prime tire race, so they want to get these red alternate sidewall tires out of here quickly, but some have decided to start on the primes. Logan Edwards have started on the primes, Forsyth on the primes, Wood on the primes, Vandermeer on the primes, and Morera on the primes so far.
Stora and Engrave on the back two in 23 and 24 with the primes.
There they are. They're going to try to follow each other up through the pack. Meanwhile, back up front, it is Stanley, Blauman, Connor, Nixon, Pinero, Hibbs. Your top 5 as Stanley is trying to put some distance between himself and Blauman. Now 8/10, 9/10. As Connor Nixon is trying to work his way around Blauman. Again, this is not a very easy racetrack to pass at. It is narrow, and there's really only, I would say, 2 really good spots to pass.
Yeah, after, for example, could be that one. This turn 1 could be the good one, but the main one is turn 4 and turn 2, the other one. So that's the main one. But after that, you have to make the pace behind the car to try to catch the car on the front and getting the chance. Maybe in the turn 13 could be the other one, but it's really risky. But like I said, it's only 2.
As we watch now, Connor Nixon reassessing the shot on Brian Blauman. Already movers and shakers. Really, I'm looking at the timing and scoring. The top 16 have not moved a single position. Nobody has improved. It's like they started the race and they just got in line. The biggest gainer of the race right now is Ben Lawson and Presley Sora, only up 2 spots. That's how hard it is to pass here.
You're right.
Blauman, purple lap. continue to watch the action here as the race unfolds.
Something happened when Hunter Engrave. He lose the front wing.
And he is back on. Yeah, he's coming off. Is he coming off? No, he's on the pit road. His wing looks fine. I don't know if he just completed his stop. He completed his stop. So he's going to come out right with the leaders.
So this has happened. You remember you told us about this only 2 option to make the pass? Well, he used the option on turn 2 to make the pass. He went far and tried to break it over the Prezi Sora, lose the control. Almost he got a contact with Prezi Sora and he went.
Oh, Nixon off! Nixon off at the top of your screen.
Oh, too early to. You know what? The water. He clipped the water out on the side. You can see the splash water when he accelerate the car.
Something happened to Logan Edwards as well. I don't know if this is a false alarm or what.
No, they have a mid-box.
Oh, contact between. Oh, big contact in the China Beach area. I'm not sure who that was with. Let's go back and watch the replay. That is one of the Little Eagle cars. Is that Hunter? That is the 54.
Hunter Smith with Logan Edwards on turn 4. That's the one.
And then that took out Seb and almost took out Richie Hearn.
Oh yeah. Boop. Yeah. Lucky is Alexander forgiven about the front wing. That's why Hunter Smith is okay, actually.
All right, here's what happened to Hunter Ingrave a little bit earlier in the race. Running down, this is Presley Sora going into the keyhole, and he just cooks the corner a little bit. Presley was giving him room. And contact between him and Presley. Okay, all right. That's so he didn't cook the corner. Just and then gets kind of run over a little bit by Herrick behind him.
Yes, that's the other one.
So we have a whole host of things happening that are going to impact points. But back up front, Stanley now your leader by 1.6 now seconds over Blauman. Remember, Blauman sat on the podium when we raced at Sonoma last year, so he is a accomplished road racer in his own right. Gavin Hibbs is now up to 3rd. Tyler Fode is in 4th. Adriana Pinero back to 5th. That is your top 5. Then we got Schold, Hearn, Smith, Wood, and Nixon, your top 10.
I'm going to see a replay. One of the Chad Frankenfeld went out in turn 8 and 9 because it's a paddle over there, water of paddle over there. He touched that and the car just went outside. He clicked the brake, but he couldn't put the car in the track. So I can see Logan Edwards is out and Hunter Engrave is out.
Yeah, 2 drivers in the top 10 on points out right now. And Seb Alexander also in the top 10 in points. He is down in the order right now. So we got some drivers that are going to capitalize. Like purple lap, Ethan Stanley that time by with a 109.7. As we are now trying to recover. But watching one of the closest battles that matters on the racetrack right now here between Pinero and Fode. 2 drivers with wins this season, 2 drivers that have fought for the championship. For over the last couple of seasons, Fode goes wide in China Beach.
Be careful with this part. Don't go too wide.
It's still
Yeah,
a
look
lot
at
of
that. Whoa.
yeah, still a lot of standing water out there, and also a lot of debris also on the racetrack. And we got Seb Alexander passing Chris Albrecht now in the inside. I'm going into the keyhole, and no, they gave each other lots of room. There you see on the tree, Panera on the push to pass. And again, if you're not familiar with IndyCar road course races, that is a little bit of a passing aid, also a defense aid. Push to pass, push to defend, adds a little extra horsepower to the car, allows them a little extra boost, and he gets on by at the top of China Beach, down in the Thunder Valley, and he gets the position, move our points leader up to P4. Look at him dodge the puddles.
Yeah, it's really, you don't see it. Only you see it if you really have laps around and you know where is the paddle over there. And that make it like you don't want to go full throttle because the car is going over there. That's why the people's going a little bit slow. Chris Albrecht, Mimbo Flack.
And remember, these are slick tires, so once they hit water, it's like hitting ice. They do not have treads like your road car does. Your road car could run on slicks if you wanted to, but in fact, some people wear their road tires down to being slicks. But no, your road tires are all general-purpose tires. They're meant to be driven in every condition, where these are purpose-built racing tires.
Chris Albrecht in turn 1.
Oh, Clindy had a meatball as well, and I think Clindy might have retired.
I think Clindy was showing by.
Oh, Ryan Schold into the top of the Thunder Valley, in the wall, and damaged one of our top 5 in points. Let's see what happened. It's at the top of the hill here. And I think just do we go a little wide, or not sure what happened.
Oh, fine. So you say who? Ryan Schultz?
Yeah, Ryan Schultz. He just goes wide and gets into the water.
Oh.
And that's it's actually in the carousel area.
He was 6 in that time. So the point is, that section, you click the paddle, is with your brake point to turn to 9, to the life. So that's why it's so difficult now with that thing in the track. So because that's the point you have to brake. So the cars have to go a little bit slow and try to a little bit wide to the left to make the turn to the right. Sorry, that's the word. Now I have a front wheel damage and try to coming back to the pit, and he already did, so all good for him.
Now, because of attrition, and we're starting to build up a fair bit of it now, Andrew Wood, the Catalyst, is up 6 spots. Richie Hearn up 5. Colin Heil up 6. Justin Vandermeer, Dan Morera up 5 apiece. Ben Lawson up 7. Presley Sora up 8 for the Arca Menards driver. Here's a battle between Connor Nixon and Andrew Wood coming into the keyhole, and Connor Nixon passes the Catalyst, move him up to 7th.
Piñeiro almost losing in turn 9 and 8 and 9. Same that's happened with Clendy. Clendy went wide and clutched the paddle, tried to brake, but when you brake with the wet surface, it's not good. So he went to the wall and retired the car. Piñeiro saved it. I don't know how, but he saved it. Ethan Stanley out also too in the same section.
All right, so Ethan Stanley back to third, and we
now we have a new
totally missed that. So we need to go back and find out what happened.
Uh-oh.
Oh, same thing. He clips, and this is at the top into Thunder Valley, and so that's the part of the racetrack that Palou went off of in the real race this summer.
Yeah, we're talking about Piñero. Little comparison of incident with Logan Edwards, Jordan Owens, and with Craig Forsyth. That's what I say. Because Owens kind of complaining about the move on Craig Forsyth, because he closed the door on turn 5 on him and have a little bit damage. Not really big deal, but complaining about the closed door over there. But yeah, we talking about Piñero and Alex Palou, and I said, well, Piñero is everyone have the same setup, so it's just the ability you have with the car. In this case, Alex Palou have a different car, different setup, and have a lot of things, and it's over by Ganassi with everyone. So that's what Pato Ward said. It's not funny when one car is just faster than everyone. Not funny, that stuff. So.
Well, we've had a very exciting first 14 laps, as a couple of our first leaders in points are already out. We've had some leaders in the points also experience issues. Brian Blauman gets the lead right now as he picked it up from a mistake by Ethan Stanley. Although Ethan is right back in this battle. Gavin Hibbs is right there as well. We'll ride with Gavin Hibbs. And there is Ethan Stanley right behind him.
I follow the battle for 2 laps between Owens and Forsyth, and Owens just make the pass. I don't know if he dive on the team, but in turn 2 make the pass, and Craig Forsyth just leaving the position. You know, Craig Forsyth is not really the guy can battle or be a bad guy.
Well, yeah, Craig is discretion is a better part of valor sometimes with him, and he races very well, and reminds me. I don't compare a lot of drivers. Outside of IndyCar, I don't like to compare a lot of drivers outside of IndyCar, just because I don't watch a lot of drivers outside of IndyCar. So, but it reminds me of Mark Martin. How early in a race, Mark Martin, to have a guy all over him, and he just like, you know what, just kid, go right ahead, go right ahead, and then by the end of the race, Mark Martin, has the pace and gets the position back, and lo and behold, he's got a top 5 or a top 3 or a win. It just seems that's how it worked out for Mark Martin, and very much a similar school of thought is Craig Forsyth, as he is now caught back up to Jordan Owens. Hunter Smith is right in front of Owens right there. Hunter Smith is a teammate to Owens.
And Blowman very close for the first place.
And then another Little Eagle driver, Gavin Hibbs, battling Blauman, going down into the keyhole. He's going to take a peek to the inside. Nope, not going to be able to get there.
Break before to have a more traction on the exit. So nice
both
job. Now both
on the button. Yeah, there you see, push to pass next to their names on the tree. Blauman pushed to defend. Hibbs pushed the pass. Hibbs takes a look on the outside coming into China Beach. Nothing there. Uphill on the top end of China Beach. Now downhill. And Hibbs gets a little squirrely, but he keeps it underneath him.
Nice catch. Hunter Smith and Beats, the first one to put no, actually not the first one, but change the tires with the prime tires now.
as we're now lap 17 of 90, continuing to watch this battle for the lead between Blauman and Hibbs. It's the first time we've seen these guys running the point all season long. Blauman in that Danny and Gaius throwback for Interscope Racing. The Flying Hawaiian was pretty good on road courses. And then the interested party is Ethan Stanley, who is just 1.3 seconds behind this battle right here. They come through the carousel, back onto the main straight. What little of a main straight they have here, pit straight more likely. More what you maybe want to actually define it as is the pit straight. I would say the main straight is either this straight right here or the straight where they did the start.
I prefer when they started. To be honest, between Barber and this, I prefer no any of that too tough when you try to come into the checkered flag or the white flag, whatever flag is in there, especially in the restart. It's really tough. Both of them very tough to exit or finish actually line.
Oh, coming to pit road, Gavin Hibbs scheduled stop at lap 18, and that's kind of when we expected drivers, and this would turn it into a four-stopper, really. Lap 18, 36, 54, 72, and 90. That's how they would do things, so he is turning it into a four-stopper now. He will go up on the jacks, get those red tires off, and go to the black sidewall tires, the prime tire, the prime Firestone, the harder of the two compounds. And he will be on. He has now fulfilled the rule of law here in IndyCar, where you've got to change that tire compound, and he is now good to go to the end of the race by regulation on tire compounds. He could run the rest of the race on the dark tire, on the prime tire if you like. So now, anybody else coming into pit road? Do we see any other takers that do the four-stopper, or do we see people go to the three-stopper? That three-stopper is lap 22, 23, 44, 46, 66, 69. And if you pit on the early side of that, you'll have a small fuel save at the end. Or if you pit on the farther side of that, you will have more than enough fuel to get to the end by 2 laps, roughly. If anyone could do a two-stopper, I don't know if they can get the 30 laps. I don't. If we had rain, it might be possible to do a two-stopper because the paces would be slower. But I don't think we'll be able to get to a two-stopper, which is 30, 60, and then 90 for home.
I 100% think Pinheiro is going like that because he save it to go maybe with 3 stops. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, you know, it's not the first time that we've seen Pinheiro race smarter rather than harder. And he is accomplished and has won on road courses here in the Elite Racing League, but he's mainly known as an oval driver. So, you know, when you're looking at people that are better on the ovals than you, or excuse me, on the road courses than you, such as Ethan Stanley, because in most head-to-head cases where he has raced Ethan on the road courses, Ethan has come out on the higher side of things. Some of that's been bad luck, but some of that's been legit pace on the race. Maybe you want to race smarter rather than harder.
So you already mentioned about the seasons, who's won the races. So 21A, the pole was for Ender Kron. That was pole. Bennett won the race by 4 tenths over the BDS. and Eric Troiano for 3 seconds. And 22B, Joshua Shin won by 13 seconds behind R.T. Anderson and BDS in third. And the last one, 40 was the pole, and 24B, Adriano won the race. Stanley by 10 seconds behind.
Blauman, pit road, by the way.
Yes. And Jaren Rexit by 23 seconds. Only one caution in that race on 22B. Yeah.
Ethan Stanley back to the point. If you're enjoying ERN's coverage of the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you don't miss out on future ERN broadcasts. And they have one just about every night of the week. But on Thursday night, it is IndyCar night on ERN.
Our night.
Our night, yes.
Yes.
And don't forget the next 2 weeks, big 2 weeks coming up here in the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series. Qualifications, the toughest 10 miles in all of sim racing qualifying for the 15th running of the Revless Photography Indianapolis 500. As we watch Ethan Stanley now in traffic as he's reached the end of the the cars on the lead lap as Camargo gets out of the way, gets on pit road. Very difficult pit road to get onto here, by the way. Very narrow pit road entry. Also, the stalls are not very big here. But the toughest 10 miles in all of sim racing qualifying. 4 laps at Indianapolis. That is next week. We will see actually start a little bit later, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You will see the final 30 minutes of the Fast 30. Then you will see the last row shootouts for position 31, 32, and 33. Then you will see the Fast 12. And this year, we are going to reduce the Fast 12 to a Fast 6. So in order to qualify on the pole for the 15th running of the Revless Photography Indy 500, you not only have to qualify to make the top 30, you'll also have to qualify for the Fast 12 and for the Fast 6. You will have to do 3 10-mile runs through the course of a day in order to qualify for the pole. That is the ultimate challenge right there.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. Very difficult.
And lap traffic all over the front side here of Stanley. No place to go, and he almost gets into the grass. That in front of him, that is Ryan Schold. Lawson goes wide. Schold and Stanley slugging it out here in the keyhole. Down the straight into China Beach now. Schold trying to stay on the lead lap. Stanley wants to get around. Certainly know if he's getting close to a pit stop for an in-lap, he doesn't want to be held up. Especially if someone's going to try to do an undercut. Someone underneath it that pitted a little bit earlier. Look at the different line coming through the top end of China Beach, trying to go to the outside, coming into Thunder Valley.
Too dirty in that section on the. I just checking right here and turn 4 and turn 5. Sorry, very dirty. A lot of people exit over there and leaving all that gravel in the track, especially in turn 9 too. Is dirty outside. It's not in the line, but it's very close. So make an issue when you have want to turn the car because you lose the grip in the track. Talking about grip on the track. Red Sox, Yankees for now 0 for them. So crazy thing, if Red Sox winning,
They advance.
in my job, it's gonna be busy. They're gonna stay in the.
Oh, Schold goes wide at the top of China Beach. And now in the Thunder Valley, And that allows Stanley on by, Pinero on by. Here's Pinero.
Oh, yeah, unnecessary, says Stanley. I don't know. Kind of like, yeah, I want to give you the pass, but it's kind of hard to leave you pass by in that section. It is difficult, to be honest. It is super difficult to let pass by the lead lap, because you want to you focus on the car on the back and also try to put the car in the track and make turns. So it is really difficult. It's not easy, and you want to be like a good driver, good guy on the track, but the track is not helping actually.
So we're now up to lap 26, and we've now passed the window for the 3-stop strategy. So now are we looking at the 2-stop strategy here for both Stanley and Pinero? Although for some reason I'm seeing Presley Sora as the leader. I think he did a toe. That changed some things. I don't think Presley Sora was the leader.
Oh yeah, you're right. They showed me also too with as the leader, but you know what?
Shoot.
He missed his mark for long. He forgot he was the first box in the grid. He went far on the front, and he had to put reverse on the back.
Confused the sim. Confused the sim.
I don't know. Yeah, and he told, I don't know. He blinking. He came back, but I don't know how. I really don't give it to him the black flag, because that reversal for so long is definitely a black flag for oh, I see the contact, Sam Alexander and Jim Herrick on turn 1. Dan Morera, no front wind, no back wind, bad for him in turn 1. Just happened in lap 27.
Checking from the care center, infield care center. Logan Edwards not happy. I'm not happy with myself. Mid-Ohio's not fun. I will concur. This is not an easy racetrack. This is a lot of these corners, especially with the elevation changes, you have blind apexes. You just don't see it. There's not a lot of markers out there, even though it looks like there's a lot of markers out there. It's a very quick course. It's only 2.2 miles. You go through it rather quickly. It's narrow. There's really only a couple passing zones. It's not a lot of fun because you don't get a chance to rest very long here. And when you do rest, you're only on pit road for just a little bit, or you have this long straight right here, and that's about it. So this is not a favorite racetrack among a lot of drivers, although it has been very good to the IndyCar series. There's been some great races here in the past, some great victories here in the past by some drivers that you wouldn't otherwise expect. But a lot of the sim racers, this is not a favorite track of theirs, not a favorite track at all.
Deb Alexander, drive 2 penalty because the contact with Dan Morera in turn 1. So have to make the drive through and good to go.
And that's Kid in the background coming to pit road. Andrew Wood coming to pit road. So cars on the 2 stoppers now are starting to come to pit road. Ethan Stanley coming to pit road. But Pinero staying out.
That's a lot. What is racing in map 7 or 8. Man, I think it is like a kind of, I don't want to say Alex Palou, let's say Dixon maybe. Scott Dixon do that stuff, like stay out for long and then coming in to the pits and stay on the lead because he didn't make mark. If you go to maybe Formula One, Schumacher do that stuff also too. Stay longest, make it fastest lap, and then finish in first place again. What else could be in the all-time IndyCar? You know. Who else? I don't know who else could be. I just think about
what? Repeat the question again. What? Who else?
Oh my God! I said about the Pinheiro, stay out and make it the fastest lap and keep it the lead because he make the stop later.
Yeah.
So I said that
undercut.
Scott Dixon could be one of the guys do the stuff.
Yep.
And call it like something. I said Michael Schumacher and Ferrari a long time ago do it the same thing, and I told him, oh, okay, it's time to make the fastest lap now. Now Pinheiro is in the pit now.
Yep, and
So
Gavin Hibbs
it's
picks
not
up the
because-
lead.
It's not because it's gonna going fourth or fifth now. The thing is the result on the end, because now he stayed from Stanley. So I think so. We need to wait it for the final result of this strategy. So that's what the question is. Who else in the 80s or 70s do that stuff in road course? Maybe you remember who can be like that, stay longest on the track in road course? That's hard to question, huh?
Well, I mean, back in the 70s, there wasn't really enough road courses on the schedule that it would be someone like Mario for sure. Back in the 70s, Dan Gurney, someone like that in the 80s. I would say that again, that probably be Mario, maybe Michael. That would do something. Probably Michael, do something like that. Bobby Rahal, of course, this is Bobby Rahal's home course. He was very good on the road courses. Trying to think of some other names out there. Al Jr. did some pretty good road course racing, even though he cut his teeth on ovals.
Paul Tracy won in Toronto like that.
Yeah, Paul Tracy would be late 80s into the 90s and the 2000s, yep. So Gavin Hibbs, after the pit stops, he's 13 laps into his stint, and he has decided to go up through the order here, and a bit of an undercut, and is now the leader. Brian Blauman is second. Pinheiro is third.
Problem. Look at that. Look at that in front. Sorry, I cut you. And Gabby Gibbs on front. He wanna go away from Blauman and have 3 cars on front of him: Lapson, Wood, and Kita.
Yeah, so Hibbs is right now really getting marred down in traffic. And that's Lawson, Wood, and Kidda. Not sure what happened to Wood. Wood's down in the order right now. He is a road course guy.
Sometimes you have your track and sometimes it's not your track. So it's not like a...
Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield, yep. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug, yep. And riding with Gavin Hibbs. Blauman second, Pinheiro third. Stanley back to fourth, Fody in fifth. I think now is probably a good time because we're between strategies to get some words in from our sponsor. So stay tuned, stand by. We'll be right back for the continuation of the Mid-Ohio Indy 200 right after these words from iRacing and World Wide Technology Raceway. Oh, Andrew Wood.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Champions, forged by the pressure of the countdown, will rise. It's where ambition meets asphalt. Some dreams are made, and others go up in smoke. With only 4 races to go, the gateway to the West could be the way to win it all. September 26th through 28th, the Napa Auto Parts NHRA Midwest Nationals roar at World Wide Technology Raceway. Get tickets today at WWTRaceway.com and be a part of the NHRA Countdown to the Championship, September 26th through 28th.
And we're back, and we're watching now a battle between Kidde and Wood. This is for 15th, 16th, and 17th, actually. It's Lawson, Kidde, and Wood.
Big problem with Ben Lamson. Try to keep the car in the track. And Wood out.
Oh, Wood, I think just slid into the wall. I think I just saw him really. He doesn't want me to show this, but we're going to go back in time just a little bit. And he clips the water coming into, there it is. Yeah, we'll go back just a little bit further. He doesn't want me to show it, I'm sure. And there's a puddle of water right here. You're going to see him clip it.
Yeah.
Right there. And we've seen just matching car marks going into this wall all the race long.
Presley Soda going, and I think he's gonna be out of the race. He just towing the car. Andy Wood's towing the car also too. So yeah, because nobody catch that paddle, the paddle is gonna stay there all day long. So
yeah.
The thing is, if you cross every time over there, it's gonna be clean, and dry. But nobody wants to because it's the break point. So that's why too many incidents over there in that place. So Wood and Sora out of the race for sure. They decide to just tow in and save the car.
Yeah, this is a long day. Keep in mind, it's a third of 4 road courses this season here in the Elite Racing League. And I will put this up on the screen, and I promise I will not do what I did in the Formula Indy Series and leave it up for 10 laps. But here we go. Here is the remaining schedule for this season. We are at Mid-Ohio, of course. Next up, basically doing 2 weeks at Indianapolis. We'll do qualifying for the 15th running of the Rebels Photography Indianapolis 500 next week. And then the following week, on October 16th, is the 15th running of the Rebels Photography Indianapolis 500. And then after that, we go to Mexico City, which we might see rain there. Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. I think rain adds a different, a bit of a twist to everything. As you've seen today, it's not even raining, and the results of the rain have added twists to this race for sure. But we'll go to Mexico City for the very first time in league history. Then we will have on November 6th the third and final jewel of the P1 Triple Crown, the P1 Broadcasting US 500 from Michigan, and then we will wrap up the season at World Wide Technology Raceway just before Thanksgiving on November 13th.
Oh.
On November 13th for the final race of the season, and that is your remaining schedule here for 2025B. And just to let everyone know, there is a working schedule for 2025A out there, and I'm not sure when that will be fully released, but it is being worked on. And also, we might also be seeing Lewis. Lewis going to be doing the Indy NXT series here for the Elite Racing League.
Oh yeah, so it's gonna be like an off-season or post-season Indy, the Indy Light. But yeah, it's not confirmed here because I really see something over here, and it's completely different when I guess it. But yeah, wait. It is this? Oh yeah, this is the schedule. Oh no, this is the schedule. Yeah, so the race is gonna be really short races. It's not gonna be like a big races. So for example, Indianapolis is gonna be 40 laps. That's gonna be the Freedom 100, but it's gonna be by before the Indy 500. So the season started Mid-Ohio, Road America, Long Beach for half hour. Phoenix, don't know if it's the old or the new, but I hope it's gonna be the old Phoenix for by 90 laps. Barber, Watkinsville for half hour, and Phoenix in one day. It's gonna be Nashville, Iowa, and Gateway in December 18th. So that's gonna be a 3 races.
I had Chad trying to contact me for race control in my phone. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm like, I'm awful at race control. Awful. I'm a much better. I'm not even good at production. I'm just good at play-by-play.
He already asked me, and I said, don't even. I think it's gonna be too focused on that. I can tell you what's gonna happen on 26A, but if that race or that track is gonna be released, we're gonna see a new track in the 26A. It's gonna be February 26th, St. Petersburg. But who knows if it's iRacing decide to release the track on December. It is maybe almost confirmed, but yeah, kind of like that. I have to check the schedule. I don't want to have a problem after that with my wife next time. Yeah, it's all good. Actually, no really interfering, now all that stuff. But it's unofficial, to be honest. It could be changed. We can say whatever we want now. For example, the first race is Auto Club in January 1st, January 15th, but could be going after that. So who knows? It's gonna be the first race next year. So it's just gonna be a 2 or 3 months off season. And then
it
we
flies
get back
by.
again.
Yeah, it just flies by.
Yeah, I know.
Well, almost to the halfway point of a very. It's not been action-packed, but it's been very eventful. Let's put it that way. Gavin Hibbs is your leader, and he's really worked his way up in the order. He's improved 4 spots. Here he is. He's got lap traffic in front of him. We started with 27 cars. Remember, 27 cars is actually what started here in IndyCar this summer for real.
Thanks.
So, a lot of traffic on this race course. Only 2.25 miles in distance. But he is your leader. Blauman is started second, is second. Has led some of this race. Adriano Pinero, he just, it's getting crowded here into the keyhole. There's a bunch of lap traffic.
Oh, the 3Y. Wanna make it? It is. Oh, almost there.
And right behind him, there's Stanley trying to get around Kidda. And Kittle lets him have the inside. Now Stanley just needs to get around Hunter Smith now, and he will be able to get in direct contact and attack Pinheiro for third spot. Stanley has led some laps today, but since an off track, he has not recovered that lead yet. Well, yeah, he did. I'm sorry. He actually he picked up the lead through pit stops. But in terms of getting it back on the racetrack, that has not happened yet. He is still working in fourth spot. Connor Nixon is fifth. Connor Nixon also had an off track, but he's recovered pretty well to at least stay within the top 5. Richie Hearn up to 6th. He's up 5 spots. Richie having a great day today. Former IndyCar driver. Finished third in the 96 Indy 500. Tyler Fode back to 7th. Chad Frankenfield very quietly is in 8th spot. He's up 6 positions. And right behind him in the order is his teammate Jordan Owens in 9th and Seb Alexander in 10th. Seb is the last car on the lead lap. Frankenfeld sporting the Ray Hall scheme.
Yeah, talking about skin. So, Takeshi Kita used the skin of Salazar used in car in 96. So, he raced in Milwaukee, in Portland, Michigan, and in Mid-Ohio in 96. And I'm not sure, maybe in 95.
He raced in that livery in 96 at Indy, too.
Yes, and 95 he did the old PPG IndyCar World Series schedule with the same livery we show now.
So we got quite a few throwback liveries, or at least liveries that honor other portions of IndyCar racing. Of course, Forsyth in his trademark Forsyth Racing colors. Ben Lawson in the number 14 Copenhagen. Kidda in that Dick Simon Racing livery. And then a little bit further up in the order, Chad Frankenfeld in that Ray Hall livery, that late Ray Hall Miller Light livery.
Wait, Team Scandia did Dick Simon?
It was first with Dick Simon and then Scandia in 96. Leader on pit road, Gavin Hibbs for his second stop. And also on pit road is Blauman. So the two of the leaders come directly to pit road. Pinheiro's going to stay out, pick up the lead. Hey, do want to thank our sponsors of the series. I want to thank the Warriors for Peace, Blue Egg Marketing, and World Wide Technology Raceway. Warriors for Peace is the Elite Racing League's IndyCar Series proudly as their title sponsor. Warriors for Peace is an Indianapolis-based nonprofit organization working to end violence and inspire peaceful change. Founded in memory of Jack Shockley, they support youth through scholarships, mentoring, and community programs. To learn more to support their mission, visit their webpage at Warriors for Peace. That's the number 4. warriorsforpeace.org. All the links you need in the description. I want to thank Warriors for Peace for their continued support of this signature series. Now also is a good time to mention Blue Egg Marketing. You can rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can lead your brand toward victory lane. With Blue Egg, you're always in pole position. Don't spin your wheels. Accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big. To learn more about Blue Egg, click on their link in the description.
Pinheiro did 30 laps last time. He is missing only 15 to go, or maybe 14 to go to finish his.
So yeah, he's going to finish on red
steam.
tires, isn't he? Or is he? No, wait a minute. He started on reds, didn't he?
He started on.
I think he started on reds.
Red.
Yeah, so he's going to finish on the primes with light tank. So he's going to go for a short fill and a short stop on his final stop. You see push to pass lighting up by drivers. Here is the push to pass situation for everybody. Pinheiro with 188 seconds left. Stanley with a full 200 seconds left. Hibbs 155. Blauman 141. Hibbs on the button now. Hearn with 157. Fody with 200. They haven't even touched the button yet. So both of the Lake Norman drivers have not touched the button at all. Stanley and Fody. Owens 194, Alexander 130 seconds left, Vandermeer 162. Chad Frankenfeld spammed the button a little bit. He's got 66 seconds left and still half the race to go. He needs to lay off it a little bit. He's right there in front of Stanley. Going through the final set of corners, going down the main straight or the pit straight into turn one.
I think by strategy. So, if you see Gabby Gibbs and Brian Bluman, even Richie Hearn. No, Richie Hearn is almost the same strategy of the Pinheiro, so he's good. But these two guys, the Gibbs and Bluman, they need to stop one more time. They don't have any chance to make it 30 laps. They're gonna be short for 15 or maybe a little more or less on the lap.
It's getting spicy through here. Two of the Little Eagle drivers in close proximity right around Stanley, and he makes his way through. But whoa, it got tight. And that's a battle for position. That's for 11th.
So with all of this, I think Pinheiro is going to finish on front. And that's look like, because Pinheiro have to come in and it's going to be the last stop for him. And Hibbs and Bluman have to come in again to make the last to go. And Stanley have to come in again to just one more stop. So the strategy of the patient and just no big rush is working again for Pinheiro.
Just keeping the car between the lines, running his pace, running his race. I once was talking with someone, they said, it's just racing. It just goes in circles. And I'm like, one of the things I love about racing is the strategy of it all. And yes, ultimately, these cars are going around in a circle in a roundabout way here on a road course, obviously in a circle on an oval. But we've seen time and time again that not always the fastest car wins the race. It's typically comes down as where are you at on the racetrack when that checkered flag falls. And if you just so happen to be ahead of the faster car, you are the winner. So, I love the strategy aspect of racing, and you're watching one unfold right here with our three-time champion. That is Adriano Pinheiro.
Yeah, when you're maybe in Nintendo 64 or maybe a PlayStation, you do that stuff. But with all of these, even in the Top Gear game in Super Nintendo, you do laps over there because it's a game. But like you said, it's a strategy. It's just not just put the thing and running around. It's just thinking about it, when it's gonna be and which moments have to be. So that's Pinheiro show us last week in Nashville with, I don't want to rush, just want to make the laps, make my pace, and pass all these guys in patience and respect. And that's what he did. And now today, without battle, is 5 seconds in front of Stanley, and he need to only make him one more stop. and he's good to go. But let's see. I don't know. It's always we'll have to wait for the checkered flag to say something. I don't want to jinx that. Yeah. I hope all of this learn, making practice for the Indy 500, because if we can talk about
now that is a very good point, because that is an excellent example of not always the fastest car winning. We've seen Pinheiro be the fastest car in multiple Indy 500s, and you're chuckling because you know exactly how I feel about. Oh, right in front of Stanley here. That is Hunter Smith clipping a little bit of the puddle. But we've seen Adriano dominate, lead the most laps of multiple Indy 500s, but yet come up short. Second place a year ago in the 2024 B season. We've seen him finish almost in third spot, almost 3 wide in the 2024 A edition of the 500. We've just seen in other races he just got bad luck, but he has been the fastest car for the last couple years at Indianapolis, starting up front, starting on the front row, having good pace during the race. But one thing leads to another, and you talked about that pit strategy, and at the end of every Indianapolis 500, he always seemed to have to make an extra stop that put him at a cycle or at a disadvantage to the eventual winner.
Yes, that's the thing. Like, for example, when Hamilton Aquavesi won last season, Pinheiro started from front, and I said that. I said in the moment when he started to keep pushing, somebody need to tell him to slow down, because the guy on the back, Maleska, Aquavesi, and somebody else, I don't remember the name, who was a finished second or third that day, they did a strategy on be slow and be smart. And Pinheiro at some point finished fourth or fifth, I think so, fourth, because the strategy on Pinheiro was pushing and make the marks on the every 30.
That was Hamilton, Malechka, and Daniel Ferguson, and Pinheiro finished fourth. And then the starting positions of the top two, Malechka was back in the field, and I think the three starting positions of those three drivers was Hamilton at 28th, Malechka at 30th, and Ferguson at 25th.
Because it's just saving. At some point you have to push. And to be honest, we cannot blame the caution, because we didn't have a caution that day.
We can't blame the caution. It was caution free, yes. 500 miles, 200 laps in Indianapolis, caution free.
It was a pure race from 0 to 200. So it's not like, I have a bad pace. No, it was just because he wanted to push hard, and you have to have the patience and thinking about it. It's
let me ask you this question. This season now, Pinheiro is going to go into Indianapolis now with teammates that are no slouches on the Indianapolis Oval. For instance, Clindy, his teammate, Kyle Clinworth, who haven't had the greatest race today, but back in May competed in all 4 of the fixed Indy 500 races, was one of only 2 drivers to complete every single lap of the weekend. He completed 800 laps of 800 laps and won 2 races and finished on the podium on the other 2. Do you think that maybe having a teammate is to an advantage of Pinheiro to help him get that victory finally?
I don't know, man. This league is not by teams, it's by drivers. It's not like a lion hair. They have a driver's stand and they have a team stand. Here it's just for the driver. And I want, if I be with Pinheiro, I be with Clendy, I want to win the race. To be honest, we can be a partners between 1-0, lap 0 to
190, 195,
190 or 195. But then I by my own, because I really want to win the race, because this is the thing I want to win in. I don't want to, once again, You know, the lucky thing is over here, you have a 2 chance in the year. Mostly they have only 1 chance in the year. At least win something on one time in the year, like Chad did after many attempts. He did one time. I was very close for Piñeiro because it was the last pass on the last lap, in the last lap, in the last corner, and he did a good job for make the victory. So that's the question. That's when you asking me, you like to have a teammate in this situation? No, but in some point when they're gonna help you for the championship by points, by give you the draft, it's okay. It's a good help. But for winning the race, thinking about it, Piñeiro, Alexander, and Clendy battle for the victory. These 3 guys. How it's awkward, man. Awkward. Who's gonna win?
Yeah.
I'll let you pass. No, I wanna win, but you don't even win yet. But you win a lot of things. So, can I win today? No, I wanna win too. And Seb Alexander, no, I wanna win too. So, I don't know. It is tough to decide. And it being happened in the same situation when I wasn't in the Neki team. I have 5 guys on front of me, and it's like hey guys, sorry, but I am the guy on the championship. So I am the guy on the front of the championship. And the other guy said, no, but I want to race and win the race. Sorry, it's free for all over here. So, okay, fair enough. And yeah, I don't know. I think, but it's really tough to think about it.
I am a firm believer of strength in numbers, and I think that it's well known among the drivers and the teams that's kind of Adriano's last accomplishment that he has not checked off the list, right? So check off a win. You know, you got to win here. Okay, let's say there's a list of things you want to do in the Elite Racing League. Win a pole, win a race, right? Win 2 races, win a championship, win multiple championships. He's checked every single box that you do on the way through all this. And much like Alex Palou coming into Indianapolis this year in May, yet was unable to get the big win by being so close so many times. So does this, is this going to be one of the storylines going into Indy? I think it has to be. Is this going to be one of the storylines coming into Indianapolis? Is Ken Panero get the monkey off his back? And it's not like he has an Andretti level monkey on his back, right? So Andretti just had all sorts of performance bad luck and everything like that. That just made his life miserable at Indianapolis. But it's not like Panero has had performance issues at Indianapolis. He just kind of at the wrong place at the wrong time at the end of the race is kind of what's been bestowed upon him on his bad luck. So I think everybody just looking forward to Indianapolis here next week in qualifying. The big storyline is can Adriano, even with it, and I don't think really going to Indianapolis he has much he needs to worry about with the big lead in points that he has, and he's going to come out with a bigger lead today. His key competition is sitting on pit road right now. So he's going to come out with a bigger. The only thing he has to worry about at Indianapolis is just qualifying well. And the race, and that's it. It's because if he doesn't have a good race at Indianapolis, he has such a big lead right now in the points, it's not going to really impact him. Whereas other years he's come into Indianapolis and we've had a 4-way battle for the lead. He's not going to have it this year. All he could do now is focus on the race, and that's it.
Yeah, it's a really mystery stuff on there. But I said one day, I think so the first Indy 500 we been together, I said this, the people don't, in IndyCar fans, I don't say it about the, whatever, I say IndyCar fans, or maybe around the world, if you know about Indy 500, people remember Indy 500 champion.
Yes.
But they don't remember who was the champion in that year. It is hard to remember. Rossi won the Indy 500, but who was the champion that year? Or Montoya won the champion. Man, it wasn't driving, man. It was a big guy. Montoya was really old. He won the Indy 500, but who was the champion that year? Sorry. Now, for example, Palou won the Indy 500 and also won the championship. Good. But But who won the, for example, well, all of this media stuff, we know Palou won 4 champions on the road, but everyone remember is Joseph, 2 times Indy 500. Yeah, Sato in pandemic, and then we go back with Montoya in 2000. But who won the championship that year in 2000? Who knows? Even the car, who won the championship that day? I don't know. Just Juan Pablo Montoya won the Indy 500, or Bobby Lassier, or Eddie Cheever. Who knows what the champion? I know Eddie Cheever won the Indy 500. That's it.
Yep.
That's the
Kenny,
thing. So it's tough.
Kenny Breck. Kenny Breck. I know that one. I know that one.
You see? By the way, the Yankees score 1.
Ah.
So Boston 0, Yankees 1. Just now scored.
Best of 3 series, tied 1-1. So that means this is the rubber match. Watching Richie Hearn right now, as he is currently in 7th spot. There are no direct battles on the racetrack. We have 30 laps to go here still. And we're expecting next round of pit stops. Actually, Pinero about any time. In fact, there he is on cue. Thank you, Adriano, making me look smart on pit road right now for his final stop. If he wants to go 30.
He is going 30. Oh, no. Wait. He only did 28 on pit on track, 29 on pit, plus 1.
I think he can make it.
Always call it 1 plus.
I think he can make it.
Now steady. Yeah.
And he's on the alternate tires, so he's gone back to the red tire. Here is the weather conditions. 108 on the track temp, 76 on the ambient. Oh, Adriano, get those tires up to temperature.
Nice catch.
That would have been costly. "27 cars started. Currently, there are 21 still running right now. There are 9 on the lead lap. Hunter Smith is the last car on the lead lap. We have Hibbs with Little Eagle Racing, your leader. Blauman in second. Pinero with Rogue Racing in third. Hibbs now 16 laps into his stint. Blauman also 16 laps into his stint. Now 17 as they click the line. Pinero comes out in third spot. So when Gavin Hibbs and Blauman come to pit road, that Pinero will pick up the lead. But can he hold them off with really worn red tires at that point? Ethan Stanley in fourth, our road course ace.
Oh, no.
Our road course ace led some laps today, started up front. He was the pole sitter. Has had a little bit of an off situation, still trying to recover. In that Blue Egg Dallara, right now in traffic. It's Nige Camargo getting on around Nige. Connor Nixon in fifth. Connor's been hanging out in the top 5 all day today. Had an off track very early coming out of the keyhole. Has since recovered. It is tomorrow. It's already Friday where he is right now. So happy Friday to Connor Nixon. I'm jealous. Richie, yeah, his weekend's almost here, folks. Richie Hearn in sixth, having one of his best road course races of the year. Of course, he wants to forget very much Portland. Tyler Fode in 7th spot. He's just been hovering in that top 10 all day today. Got up into the top 5, but has floated out of it a little bit, but just keeping it between the lines now for the season-long effort for the only Lake Norman driver. Chad Frankenfeld, another Little Eagle driver, up into the top 10. He's currently in 8th spot, right ahead of his teammate Hunter Smith. And those are your cars on the lead lap. Hunter Smith is in 9th. Seb Alexander First car 1 lap down. He is in 10th. Then 2 more Little Eagle cars, Jordan Owens and Justin Vandermeer in 11th and 12th. Kidda in 13th. Ryan Schold has had a bit of an interesting day. He's in 14th. He's been giving me updates all week long since they started registrations and signups for the PRI Hoosier 500. So we'll give them a shout out right now. There they are.
How many people now?
Over 60 now. Over 60. So on their way to that 100 goal. 60, yes. 6-0.
So it's going to be only one split, or they're going to have a 2 split?
I told him, I said, you could do 2 splits if you want to. I think they're only going to do 1 split. Do 1 split. But yeah.
Maybe I run. No. Maybe I run. Maybe I confused with terminal there. But they could be do a 2 split. They could be really No, I think it's a better 1 split, to be honest.
I think it's more prestigious at 1 split, but a 2 split would be interesting to do a simulcast. But actually, while we're talking about the PRI Hoosier 500, in December, ERN is going to become one of the homes, primetime homes for Today at the 500, sponsored by Oil and Gas Safety Supply. I always have a hard time saying I got to get that. I got to get used to that because these are sponsors, and I'm going to be one of the announcers. So Oil and Gas Safety Supply, your nightly destination for all the action leading up to the prestigious PRI Hoosier 500. The last kiss of the bricks for 2025 starts here. It's whoa, almost in the back of Kidda there was Schold. Schold trying to get around. But I think we're talking less than 75 days now, everybody. The countdown is on, so pucker up. Don't miss a second of the action. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel to stay locked in. Coverage starts right here on the Elite Racing Network on December 1st, 8 p.m. for our first happy hour special. It's going to be me and Luis Gonzalez Nunez right here in the booth from Indianapolis, December 1st, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss it. We're going to have the first day of practice, we're going to have Fast Friday, and we're going to have the last day of practice all right here on the Elite Racing Network. All the other days will be over on P1, our other channel, and that'll be myself and Andrew Wood, who is unfortunately out of this race. We'll be bringing you the play-by-play for that. Then we'll have qualifications leading up to the PRI Hoosier 500 over on the PRI channel, Performance Racing Industries channel there on YouTube. And then the big race itself will be on RaceBot. It'll be Arjuna Kankapati and myself calling the action for the big race, the big race of the year, the big crown jewel for the community, the PRI Hoosier 500.
72 days exactly.
And if you're just joining us, you're watching ERN's coverage of round 9 of 13. Hard to believe we're that far into the season already, but we are for the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series. 4th running of the Mid-Ohio Indy 200 coming to you from Mid-Ohio, where currently Gavin Hibbs is the leader right now, but he has to pit one more time before getting to the finish. Right behind him is Brian Blauman, and third will probably be your leader when these guys come to pit road, Adriano Pinero. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next race. The next time you see us is next week for qualifying for the greatest spectacle in all of sim racing. It's the 15th running of the Rebel's Photography Indianapolis 500, live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Coverage starts right here on ERN at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 8:30. Normally we start at 7:45. It is 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time with the last of the top 30 qualifiers, followed by the last row shootout. Then the run for the pole with the Fast 12 and the Fast 6, all right here on the Elite Racing Network next week.
Brian Blauman in pit.
Final stop for Brian Blauman, who is looking at a podium finish here to add to his podium finish that he had at Sonoma last year. In the Interscope Danny and Gaius throwback.
Oh no. It's so funny this. Yankees scored 2 more.
Shut up.
4-0.
Shut up. Are they're at Fenway too, aren't they?
They are full what is it the word? They are full
Oh, they're at, okay. This is at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How? It's crazy how the people is cheering over there and can hear everything, even the bat hitting. They have a lot of the acoustic over there is pretty good though. The microphone also too.
The Sox have had a good second half of the season, and I thought that maybe they would do a. We still have time to play. The curse of the Bambino is over for the Sox, so I know the Yankees would like to get a little bit of even on the Red Sox. Seems like every year there's another TV show coming out. There's one on Netflix about the comeback in 2004. There's one on actually Disney Plus that just came out recently about what it's like being a Red Sox fan called Believers, and also talks about the comeback on the Yankees as well. There's a whole movie about Fever Pitch, about how the Red Sox came back on the Yankees. I think the Yankees are kind of tired of it, but we'll see. There's still baseball left to play, and the curse is over. Since that Game 4 when the Red Sox beat the Yankees in the 2004 American League playoffs. I mean, it was a championship playoff. It wasn't even a World Series game. The luck has been with the Red Sox since then, so we'll see if maybe the luck shines upon them here with what time they have left to play this season. But I just happened to get my Red Sox playoff hat in the mail today, so I might not even get a chance to really wear it.
Too late? Well, it's not too late. The down 4, so it's still.
Here's Blauman to the inside of Stanley into the keyhole. This is for third spot.
Just leave it. Not worth it to fight over there. Wait, what?
20.
Oh, that is for legitimate position on track.
Yeah, that was for third spot. And look at these cars. You see the suspensions working on them. These cars, this racetrack has a lot of elevation changes that you see right through these shots. And these cars do not like the bend. They are very, very stiff. And so a lot of the driver control here, especially at the top of these hills when they crest hills, the back end of these cars get very light. And so they have their hands full all race long. Another one of these reasons why this track is so challenging is these elevation changes. And it's not just elevation changes, they're rapid elevation changes. Uphill, downhill, really quickly.
I think Stanley's saving fuel.
He's on a different strategy. Stanley's at 10 laps already into his stint, whereas Blauman's 3 laps into his stint. So Blauman, slightly fresher tires. Dan Marrera getting around Takeshi Kida for 14th spot. I think Kida on pit road, actually. Yep, Kida on pit road behind that pillar there. As more cars are coming to pit road. Now that's Gavin Hibbs coming to pit road. Our leader.
Yeah, and Piñero's coming on turn 11, 12.
Yeah, this is going to be an easy pass for a lead right here. Pinero right to the top of the charts. With 20 to go. I don't know. This is a good question. I don't know if Rogue Racing has had a road course victory yet. Clindy, if you're watching, has Rogue Racing had a road course victory yet? I think, a broadcasted road course victory. I know you won a race. I think I saw you say you won a race on a road course. This might be, not want to jinx it for Pinero, but this might be Rogue Racing's maiden road course victory. Right behind him, that's Lawson, one of the rookie leaders. And then right behind him is Gavin Hibbs is actually about 8 seconds behind, but also behind this battle, that is Jordan Owens, yeah.
Hunter won in Road America, just few.
Oh, how could I forget about that? Yeah, that's the maiden one. I should be shamed for that. Hunter's my man.
I don't know. This
I should
thing
be
have
shamed.
to make. I think this thing have to make one skin for everyone, or my livery for everyone to know which is the team. For example, I still watching chat completely black. So I don't know which team we have. I don't know what's the livery. So
see, he's in a. So do you remember Bobby Rahaal's Miller Lights, the red, the white and blue car that he drove?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it looks like.
Okay.
And he doesn't have the trademark Little Eagle nose on it from All American Racers. Wait, we really just had to talk about things off the record here. It's been a really the second half of this race has been really uneventful. It's just we're watching people hit their marks and get to their pit stops. I tell you what, I've been really thankful that Portland and Road America were very exciting. Who's out?
Hunter Smith on
Hunter Smith on pit road with a very bad and damaged left front wheel and no nose for the Little Eagle driver. Curly just falling out of the top 10, and that is going to be a tow for him.
Just damaged the suspension, front suspension.
There is Hibbs. Connor Nixon, purple lap with a 109.3 for the man down under. Happy Friday to him. He is on a new set of red tires, 2 laps into his stint. That's probably the best lap, although he's in the draft right now. So we'll see if he gets a good tow down the straight. Right in front of him, that is Dan Marrera. Dan Marrera, no slouch on the road courses himself. He is the amateur champion, former champion of the Formula Indy. See Gavin Hibbs with a 109.2.
Pinheiro, I don't wanna worry you, but he is cut from 8 to now to 6. So no, 7.5 now cross pole line, but it's 7.2 now in the track. So it's going fast. We are 70 to go.
The Elite Racing League's IndyCar Series is proudly sponsored by the Warriors for Peace. Warriors for Peace is an Indianapolis-based nonprofit organization working to end violence and inspire peaceful change. Founded in memory of Jack Shockley, they support youth through scholarships, mentoring, and community programs. To learn more to support their mission, visit their website at warriors4peace.org. All the links you need are in the description. I want to thank Warriors for Peace for their continued support of this signature series yet again. Blue Egg Marketing is one of our premier sponsors here at the Elite Racing League. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand or victory lane. Don't spin your wheels. Accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big. To learn more about Blue Egg, click on their link in the description. Now's also probably a good time. We'll get in final words from iRacing and World Wide Technology Raceway with 16 to go. Don't go anywhere. We'll go side by side. It is the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series Mid-Ohio Indy 200.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Champions, forged by the pressure of the countdown, will rise. It's where ambition meets asphalt. Some dreams are made, and others go up in smoke. With only 4 races to go, the gateway to the West could be the way to win it all. September 26th through 28th, the Napa Auto Parts NHRA Midwest Nationals roar at World Wide Technology Raceway. Get tickets today at WWTRaceway.com and be a part of the NHRA Countdown to the Championship, September 26th through 28th. Numbers don't lie.
He goes 360, 4.7, and 338.
In our numbers, they get insane.
341.
And then this happens.
343 miles an hour. Holy Christmas.
This isn't a game. This is racing at its extremes. See for yourself at the Napa Auto Parts NHRA Midwest Nationals at World Wide Technology Raceway this weekend. Get tickets at WWTRaceway.com.
All right, we're going to circle some key numbers here on the screen. Welcome back. We are here for the final and continuation of this race to the checkered flag. That number has come down drastically here in the last couple of laps. Now, keep in mind that Hibbs has much fresher tires, but how are those tires going to be when he gets that number down below 1 and a lot closer to our leader, which is Adriano Pinheiro here with 14 laps to go? How effective are those tires going to be? Also, against Pinheiro's tires that are going to be pretty worn out. Pinheiro's tires are now 17 laps old, and he still needs to go another 13 laps on them. And what is the trade-off? What is the performance degradation by that point? When does these tires actually become so worn on both sides that they're no good for anybody?
I don't want to know. I want to know, actually. But Gabby Gibbs is going through for everything. Now he went for 6.2. For now he's 5.9 behind on fastball line, and he needs to Pinheiro at some point push. But I don't see Pinheiro pushing though. I think Pinheiro is going chill. It's 3/10 down. He have a lap down from, but it's really interesting how's gonna be the performance on the end when he tried to defend on Gabby Gibson in the pass. No, it's really. Or maybe Pinheiro is. You remember Milwaukee? We thought it's slow. It's slow, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's that point. It's that to make the fastest lap in the end of the stint. So we cannot count down on him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe he's backing the corners up a little bit, that he doesn't abuse those tires under braking going into the zones to save a little life on them. So maybe when Hibbs does get to him, that he'll have something left to fight with. And speaking of something left to fight with, this is a good time to probably bring up the push-to-pass situation. Pinheiro has a heck of a lot more push-to-pass in his tank, so to speak, than Hibbs does, 188 to 112.
And you know what? Also, too, he's not worried about it because Logan Edwards is out of the race. Tyler 40 and third position is at 8, and Seb Alexander is This is 7.
Yeah,
so if you're talking about
here's a good. We'll go ahead and bring
Ryan
the points up
Schultz,
one more time. Here, let's bring the points
Ryan
up.
Schultz in 5th is I don't see it here.
Ryan Schultz is currently in 12th spot. Hunter Ingrave is out. Craig Forsyth is in 14th spot. Blauman is actually up at the top. He's in 3rd right now. Jordan Owens is flirting with the top 10. He's just inside the top 10. Clindy is out. So a lot of these guys in the top 10 are having bad nights.
So Pinheiro's like, you know what, my closest contenders, they out. I don't have to be worried about winning the race. I want to finish the race and take the points, whatever is happening. And I want to win the race, but I already won last week. So I don't. If I thinking about myself, I think I like that. I just to finish second is gonna win. It's a good win actually. Win second.
10 to go. And there you see laps since last pit stop. Pinero 20, Hibbs 10. So at some point here in the next 10 laps or so, those red tires are going to fall off a cliff for Hibbs. But he's hoping in that time frame that he can catch Pinero and start and bring the battle to him here in the closing stages. And also in front of Pinero, we have people racing for position, whether it be track position or position in the standings. And look at all of the traffic in front of him.
Yeah, I have a lot of people. Actually, Pinero was on very close of Greg Forsyth, and he decided to pull back. Very smart because the tier is...
Yeah, this is a battle for 13th. Kidda, Morera, and Forsyth. 13th, 14th, and 15th. And our leader is coming up on it. And those guys are battling for legit positions on the racetrack. Not track position, positions in the standings. And will they want to move over for Pinero? I don't think they would want to.
It's just close the line. It's just turning to turn one. And it's close. It's just there. And you can, if it's Pinero, I can see him in my rear screen. My win. Actually, I can see it. 3.8 now.
Getting lower, getting lower. And we're watching this, and Hibbs is not that far behind. He's just clearing that crest now. There he is. Oh, Hibbs off! Hibbs off! He goes into the wall! And that is basically going to seal that might seal the deal for Pinero.
Oh my God! It's just the same mistake with everyone did. He have a meatball flag. Man.
And he just clipped. There's a little wet zone right there that is still not dried up, and he clipped it. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. No. You're going to see a little puff of smoke.
Oh my God, he stay out.
You're going to see a little puff of smoke right there. Right there, you saw a little puff of smoke. And that was just a little bit of a spray. And that is day done for the former New Hampshire winner from 2 seasons ago. No win today for Hibbs, but a great run nevertheless. Now he needs to come to pit road. He has no choice. Even if he doesn't answer, he's going to get a DQ. So he has 5 laps. So if it happened within 5 laps, I would stay out, and I don't think that penalty is assessed. But, oh, look at that wheel. That wheel is not pointed in the right direction. So this is going to give P2 to Brian Blauman if he just keeps it between the lines. I don't know if anyone's spotting for Pinero, but they had to tell him, dude, just bring the thing home. Your chief competition that was running you down, just put it in the wall. Bring it between the lines. Bring her home. Right now trying to put a lap on Tyler Fode. He would like to do that. That is one of his chief championship rivals to set the tone for the second half of the season.
Yo, how do you make the 1.9? 1 minute and 9 seconds. It's faster for 1 second over the Blowman with the car destroyed. How?
Pinero looking at his 5th win this season, squarely in the face. 7 to go. Panero won the opening 2 rounds at Homestead and Iowa as Fody gets out of the way. Very gentlemanly of him. 1 at Pocono, 1 at Nashville. This will be his first road course win this season. And I believe this is his first win since on the road course since he won on a road course last year, didn't he not? He won at Barber last season.
Yeah. Just gonna make the pass now, Brian Blumen on that damaged car of the Gabby Gibbs.
Well, and the thing is, I know Hibbs wants to hold on that position, but
They're gonna get the kill.
he needs to, if when Blauman gets there, he needs to give Blauman the position. He shouldn't race Blauman for it with a damaged car like that. My opinion, that is a very damaged car. And I hope Race Control sees this, and I do hope that Gavin sees this. It's like, okay, he's here. We just find a play to get out of the way. Bring my car safe. Ooh. Let me bring my car safely to pit road. And he doesn't. He keeps it on the racetrack. I don't know what he sees in his screen, but his left front tire is messed up, and he just goes wide on the corner. And Blauman gets the position nice and clean. So Blauman looking now at his, I think this will be his best career finish in the Elite Racing League with 5 to go, finishing second today. Can Ethan Stanley now catch Hibbs? And I think there's more than enough time for Stanley to catch Hibbs.
No, he's gonna catch it because he already have
Yeah, he's still got to come to pit road. I
laps.
don't know how many more laps he has before I would imagine he has another 2 or 3 laps to go before he has to answer. And this will move Connor Nixon up the 4th. Richie Hearn into a top 5. Panero now your leader by 25 seconds.
That's a lot. Yeah, now it's the queue for Gabby Gibbs. He have the black flag.
And
So
Hibbs
they
did not
follow the
answer.
car now.
Hibbs has not answered, so he has been DQ'd and is no longer being scored by timing and scoring. Now that's the view from his car, and clearly this tire right here.
Matsuhita was or no? Yeah, there it is. Bye-bye. Matsuhita got the black flag in Milwaukee for Greg Timmy Vassar. Oh, it wasn't Toronto. No, Toronto killed like 3 people. Oh, sorry, 3 cars in the race. Yeah, the
Hero?
the Japanese guy.
Hero?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Richie Hearn will now move up in the order. Tyler Fody will move up in the order. And this will give Justin Vandermarl a top 10 finish here at the end of this race if he can bring the car home.
Yeah, who knows if they have a damage to repair? Sometimes now, I don't know why. Before it's like you have a Meeple flag, it's over. Now you can repair the car. At least maybe 15 minutes or maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You can repair the car and you can go out and finish the race. But now he have a DQ. He cannot even repair or even try to go out. So that's kind of not good.
2 to go for our 3-time champion. Looking at getting championship number 4 at the end of this season. But before he gets there, going to Indianapolis first to qualify and race for the 15th running of the Rebelist Photography Indianapolis 500. That is next week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time is our start time. That is a little bit later for the toughest 10 miles in all of sim racing, qualifying for the Indianapolis 500. Scott Dixon has said there are no tougher 4 laps in all of racing. Says a 6-time champion, second all-time in IndyCar wins. No tougher 4 laps in all of racing than qualifying for the... Oh, wow, sorry, Pinero goes wide at the top of China Beach, catches it. With 2 to go, buddy, just bring it home now at this point. Blauman, see, maybe if someone's spotting for Blauman, everyone's like, hey, keep going, buddy. It's not over yet.
I think Colonel Nixon is getting close. Yes, he's making the pass for the on Stanley on turn.
Whoa, Nixon way out to the grass. We're in China Beach, coming down into Thunder Valley. White flag in the air. One more time around for Pinero. But again, next week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time is our start. We're going to do the we'll have the final 30 minutes of the Fast 30. Then we will do the last row shootout for positions 31, 32, and 33, the final last row shootout. And then we will do the Fast 12, and then we'll reduce the Fast 12 to the Fast 6. And from there, we will determine the pole sitter for the 15th running of the Reveless Photography Indianapolis 500 here in the Elite Racing League Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series. And for the biggest race of the calendar of the season, of our 2025B season, in 2 weeks from now. We'll actually get to use the actual music for Back Home Again in Indiana this year. Old Jim, we get to use his music. And well, not neighbors. We got a checkered flag in the air. Pinero, there he is, getting the win. As we're watching this battle intent between Stanley and Nixon. Back to the battle.
Chris Forsyth said, next level, Adriano.
And last attempt here by Connor Nixon. He's trying to set him up coming out of the carousel. But I don't think... they made contact, and I think Connor Nixon's going to run over the start-finish line. And he will get the position. Oh, my goodness.
On Richie Hare, maybe he finished on... Wait, he finished the race on 4th?
Watch this. We're going to watch from Connor Nixon's position. He gets the good run off the corner. Stanley, I think, clips that grass, and the back end comes around.
Oh no!
And I don't really think Connor did anything wrong necessarily. I'm not the steward. Let the stewards decide that. But he crosses the finish line and is now okay. Once again, I have to say it. All results unofficial. But I think Connor Nixon came home 3rd.
I'm Richie Hare on 4th. No. Stanley lose the control. Yeah, it is not decision for race control, to be honest. He just lose the control in the turn because he clicked the apex, so can not do nothing else, and yeah, just Nixon just keep going, accelerate to finish the race, and Stanley, because he make the lap, because Adriano lap down 40, Stanley finished in 5th and Richie Hare on 4th.
Can you imagine, and I feel for Stanley, I do. You go 90 laps by making virtually no mistakes. He made one mistake a little bit early in the race, recovered from it. Coming to the checkered flag, you clip 1 little inch of grass. That's it. I feel bad for some of these drivers sometimes that they go through this so long, much of practice and everything, and it's just in sight of the checkered flag. The checkered flag is waving. It's waiting for you.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? Winning the race, you are just one corner, and this happens.
There you go, Pinero with his 5th win this season. Blauman, best career finish in the Elite Racing League, comes home second. Connor Nixon, he gets another podium finish for the first time since last season. He comes home third. Richie Hearn, best finish this season for Richie. He is in fourth. Ethan Stanley goes to fifth. Fody in sixth. Seb Alexander seventh. Frankenfield eighth. Jordan Owens in ninth. Ryan Schulden 10th. Out of that bunch, I guess your Luis Gonzalez Nunez driver of the race is Richie Hearn.
It is Richie Hearn from 11th to 4th. 11th.
Vandermeer in 11th. Morera 12th. Kidda 13th. Craig Forsyth 14th. Heil in 15th. Moss and Hibbs. Herrick, Camargo, Smith, your top 20. Albrecht, Wood, Sora, Hossack, Glindy, Edwards, Hunter. That is your 27 car field. Wow. Okay, keep in mind, unofficial. I don't know how those are gonna be ruled, so we'll just keep that unofficial.
Well, to be honest, not like that day. I hear a lot of like, no, wait, let me check the road book. Wait. Okay.
Wait.
So, no, I don't hear anything about the Stanley complaint. Even Stanley says sorry to Nixon. That's what I forgot to say. He says sorry. Sorry, Nixon, for that. So, it's just really Stanley apologized because he really made the mistake.
Whew. All right, let's. These road course races this year, every single finish has been something. Try to get a better close-up of these cars. Yeah. I'll get a good shot. Don't have a good camera package. Anyways, there he is. The center of your screen. All right. Let's cue out the music and let's get into the interview room. And here is Connor Nixon. Surprise, surprise. First of all, happy Friday to you. And second of all, congratulations on the podium finish there at the end. It was a race for the position anyways. And then looks like maybe Ethan might have clipped a little bit of the grass on that left side curbing coming to the checkered flag that caused him to get a little loose. And you guys were just right there, and everything came together. Of course, when he kind of lifted, the closing rate on these cars is so great that the next thing you know, you're in the back of them, and there you go. And all of a sudden, you're third spot. Congratulations, but talk about running down Ethan there at the end.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, it is Friday. Look, we Ethan. I had some really good pace in the car. We just those last 15 laps, we stuck a reds on the car and pretty much went for it. And then we saw that Gavin had an incident, so we were like, okay, there's a podium on the line, or on the cards. So the plan was just to chase down Ethan and get a podium because I haven't had one for a while, so I was committed to get one tonight.
Well, and then
today, sorry.
It's tonight, right where he is. Talk about early in the race. You had to kind of dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole coming out of the keyhole, as a matter of fact. Yep. Got a little loose and spin to the inside. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. There's a saying here in the United States. Yep. If that wouldn't have happened, maybe there at the end for the win?
Look, I'm not gonna do ifs and buts. I think, it was just a straight up skill issue. I knew the puddle was there, and I kind of thought, I'll just push that extra inch or two, just a bit back nice and hard, and the way we went on to the infield, and look, I had some great spotters this morning, Ben Woods and Tom Wilkinson in my ear, kind of just guiding me just to keep calm and just do my thing, basically, because, I've driven the car long enough now. I think it's my second season now. So, yeah, it was kind of just drive the car and see what we could do. And, the strategy worked out really well. So, it went well, which, I wasn't expecting to be, on the podium step today.
Last question before I let you get the shout-outs, because we kind of came into this race in a little bit of a different situation that we've ever come into any road course race before in the history of the Elite Racing League, and that is it wasn't a wet track, but it was a drying track. Obviously, that came back and bit you early on in the race, but as the race went on, how'd you feel about the additional challenge of having a wet and drying track through the course of a race, something that we've never faced before in the Elite Racing League?
I think it's awesome. I think, put more factors into the race, make it harder. Like we saw Gavin made a mistake on lap 86, and that was his race finish. So, just having those little things in the back of your head and always thinking, and because you've already got to think about your tyre strategies, fuel strategies, the hybrids coming. So that will be really good. But yeah, no, it was awesome. I've done a lot of wet racing, did a lot of V8 supercars, I've done a lot of GT3. So doing IndyCar at Mid-Ohio, I was like, wow, this is going to be a challenge, with all the camber in the track. I knew the puddles would just sit there and not dry up probably because no one would touch the puddles. So it was really good. I wish it was full rating. I hope when we go to Mexico or something that, just absolute buckets down. But for just those little puddles, I'm very happy. And I think the league should do more stuff like this, just experiment. Because it definitely makes the racing very interesting. I love it.
I want to see a rain race too, because it allows me to flex the power of my video card. So I think it looks pretty. So congratulations on the P3. Shout outs, any friends, family, sponsors, anyone to say hi to before we let you go on to continue your run to the weekend. You're a lot closer to it than we are. So we're jealous, of course.
Yep. Yeah, of course. Thanks to you guys. The broadcast is always amazing. I know my races haven't went great recently, but it's been good just to watch back. The races, Ben Woods, he's been a great teammate. He'll just come and spot me while he's, working, doing IT. So he's been awesome. Tom Wilkinson, he's been a great friend to lean on recently. And then, all the sponsors on the car, iLiveries. It's the bright purple thing that you've probably been seeing for the last season and a half now. Revolution Race Gear. HRS, they've been just awesome sponsors to work with personally. I know a lot of teams say that, but I've worked with iLiveries for my helmet. HRS, I've worked with getting a steering wheel and pedal faces and pedals and God knows what else. And Revolution Race Gear, I actually need to buy some new gloves and boots, because my boots are looking a little worn at the moment. I think I've had these race boots for about 3.5 years now. So, they've been awesome to work with. Just big shout out to you guys as well. So thanks so much.
No problem. Congratulations. And we'll see you when it all changes next week to a different situation, running for the pole at Indianapolis. Congratulations, but we'll see you in a week when we get to Indy.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
And that is Connor Nixon. Starting his weekend early, because that's how the earth turns. Brian Blauman, we're going to bring him up right now. And here he is, Brian Blauman. Congratulations, Brian. Your best finish here in the series, a P2 here at Mid-Ohio, and a bit of a weird race. Actions, attrition, wet racetrack, everything that could throw at you to try to make things difficult. You kind of really persevered. You didn't have that bad of a race. I'm looking at your race stats here. Only 4 incidents all race long, which means you were really keeping it in between the lines. Talk about your race out there, and also talk about the conditions unlike ever seen before here in the Elite Racing League.
Yeah, that was an extremely intense race. With the conditions, you just could not make a mistake. Little mistake, you were going to get on the wet stuff and throw it all away. And fortunately, I did have a moment in that last stint, but was able to recover. And yeah, just a unbelievable race. Had no idea this this type of result was going to be possible. So yeah, this is a great night. Awesome stuff.
We're beginning to see you now as kind of one of the, every time we go to a road course race, as one of the top 5 guys there. We kind of always see at the top, whether through qualification or just through pace through the race. Where kind of have you picked up the road racing skill, and is that something that you've improved over time, or have you always been pretty good on the road racing side of things?
Yeah, I would say that's probably my background is the road stuff, especially the sports car stuff. So I think a lot of that experience really helped in those early parts of the race where it was still a bit damp, and you had to really trust that the car was going to be able to still stick on a bit of a damp surface. So yeah, I think that experience really helped a lot, and always keeps me in a good spot on these road course races. But the field is so tough that to even fight for a podium on a good day is you have to have things go your way, and tonight was one of those nights, fortunately, and can't complain about that.
Next up is Indianapolis qualifying. It's a whole different animal now. Instead of left and right on a very tight and very short road course, we now go to a super speedway for the toughest 10 miles in all of sim racing and auto racing, for that matter. Indianapolis, you're now 5th in the standings by a small margin over Ryan Schold. And still some time left this season to maybe get your first win. Now that you got a couple podiums under your belt, do you think are you ready for that first win and to take a stab at maybe taking the checkered flag here at Indy coming up here in about 2 weeks?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's definitely been opportunities this season where I think a win was possible, and for whatever reason, it slipped away, usually on my own mistake. And I always just try and learn from those examples and just use those as experience to get better. And that way, when I am in positions in the future to potentially fight for a win, I don't make those same mistakes. I'm excited about Indy. No idea how the car is going to drive. I'm hoping that it'll be a lot of fun. Awesome to get a few more spots up in the standings to help with that qualifying
That's
position.
Big. That's big.
Hopefully.
Yes, that is big.
Yeah. So, no, looking forward to it. I think as long as I continue to put myself in good positions, one of these days I feel like will be my day. So tonight was a great night, and it just goes to show, as long as I can keep putting myself in towards the front of the field, you never know what can happen.
Well, shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors. You've been here before, so you get to do it again. Congratulations on the P2. Go ahead and shout out whoever you want to.
Yeah, just thank you guys for always putting these races on. They're a lot of fun to watch right afterwards. Get to hear what your name called on the commentary is always a nice little boost. So, yeah, shout-out to you guys as well. Look forward to seeing everyone at Indy, and hoping for a great 500.
All right, we'll see you in a week when we start qualifying for the 15th running of the Rebelist Photography Indianapolis 500. But congratulations on the P2 today. Get your rest because we still got the toughest 10 miles in all of iRacing next week, and then another 500 miles after that. So we will see you when we take to qualifying for the 500 here next week.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
That is Brian. Very happy Brian there. And now the points have been updated, and since I read his statement, I'll give a little extra screen time to him and update everybody on the points at this race. Everyone was like, giving extra screen time to Adriano. Didn't you show his car for half the race? Yeah, I did. Actually, I did. Okay, so standings. Panero now, oh my God, I've just updated the screen and I didn't see what it is. 108 points over Tyler Fode. This is now a more than 2 race lead for Adriano. Really?
31 points more gained today. And he have a 1 drop by 5 points.
He might, depending on how Indianapolis shakes out, he could possibly clinch it at the end of Indianapolis. It'd be a long shot. The clinching scenario is definitely looking like Mexico City. But if let's say people in the points have a very bad day at Indianapolis and he has a very good day, he might have it clinched at the end of Indianapolis. I don't know if it's mathematically possible. I'll have to run the numbers, but I'm thinking maybe. But certainly it's going to be possible at Mexico City. So that's how big his lead is right now, 108 points. Tyler Fode's now second. He moves ahead of Logan Edwards, who was second going into this race. Logan with just a bad race, and he said so himself. He's just not a fan of this place, and a lot of drivers aren't, so it's nothing against Logan. It's a very challenging course, but 116 points back is Logan Edwards. He's in third. Seb Alexander is in fourth, 125 points back, and Blauman up to fifth, 154 back, and only 2 back from Blauman is Schold in sixth. So that is your top 6 there. Then it goes Owens, Ingrave, Forsyth, and Clindy, which I think is pretty much the same as it was on the schedule graphic coming into today. Here is your comments from Adriano. So I want to change this graphic to this to show you that he led 38 laps today. Hello, friends. Good evening. First, congratulations to Brian and Connor on the podium. Well, the race was really fun, strategic, and very technical. And all this happened on a slightly wet track. I didn't have a good qualifying, but if I had taken the pole, I wouldn't have been able to have the vision to make only 2 stops. So because he didn't get the pole, that indicated that was going to be a strategy. He's going to go to a 2-stopper. I realized it was possible early on, so I tried to stay close to the cars in front of me. I always stayed in map 5 and used engine braking whenever possible. With this driving approach, I was able to save fuel and tires as well, which we were speculating on, Lewis, so that does tell us how he was towards the end of that race. Tire temperatures were always under control, and in the middle at the end of the stint, even saving fuel, the lap pace was excellent. I thought Gavin would catch me. Maybe I made a mistake by putting on the red tires in the last stint, which we did speculate on that. But I got lucky at the end, so I'm very happy with another victory. I want to thank the entire Rogue Racing, Indy Alliance Racing, and Satellite Racing teams for their support. Have a great night, everybody. And that is Adriano Pinero on his win here today, his 5th win this season. Lewis, now he's won on everything this season. Ovals, road courses, 108-point lead. There's really nothing stopping this guy from winning 3 championships in a row now, other than himself. So really, I think the pressure is off him, as we were talking about in the race, that he could just really focus on a good performance in Indianapolis and just go for the dub and not have to worry about anything else.
Yeah, actually, I make the calculation. So it's like, let's think about it. The worst scenario for 40, the worst scenario for Alexander, day out of the race, and Pinero winning the race, make it 50 plus 4 bonus point. He can clinch the championship on Indianapolis for sure. For sure.
I thought it was possible.
Maybe it's gonna be 1 or 2 points short. So maybe 100% is 100%. He have to clinch the championship on Mexico. 100%. It's no doubt about that. But if in Indianapolis winning the race, I think also you know what? We don't count the qualifying. They have a points too.
There's points for qualifying,
So
I believe. Yeah.
So if they have a points in qualifying plus winning the race and 40 and Seb Alexander, Logan Edwards and Blauman have a bad race, it could be clinch the championship in Indianapolis. Maybe it's at 80%, but 100% is gonna be in Mexico. So don't know. He did a good job, to be honest. I really thought it's with a different strategy, he make it 30 laps and then he come into the pit and then all this stuff make tough the race with the wet track and stuff. He did a good job. He just stay on track, he's staying calm. I think he doesn't care about if he winning or not winning. He doesn't want to finish the race in the podium. That doesn't want to. I guess he did. So thank for him. What's the name? Thank for him. My God, my memory is really bad, very very bad. Gabby Gibbs, sorry.
Yeah.
Gabby Gibbs have an incident. He went out of the race with just 3 seconds behind of him with 8 or 9 to go. So at least if he gives stay close to him, for sure he's gonna let it pass because it's not really a rush to just win the race. So next week is the qualifying. It's just it's not a, it's just metal like just go over there and find who's gonna be the pole sitter, and that's it. But the pole sitter is not count like be the winner, because the big one is gonna be in 2 weeks with the Indy 500. So it's gonna be interesting who's gonna be the fast 6. Unfortunately, the guy make the pole in the get the first position on the fast 12. It's gonna be really disappointment, because if it happened last season, it could be the pole, but now we're gonna have a different move or game on this time. So it's gonna be really excited, especially with the bump. I don't know how many people are gonna come in the bump, but last season we have a lot, including Maleska, included the Aquavesi, included a lot of people around. It couldn't enter to the race. So it's gonna be really interesting. I hope it's gonna have a clean for everyone, and let's see what happens. So I'm really excited for that stuff. So see you next week for the qualifying. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
See you next week
remember
for the Indy 500.
Yeah, and it's going to be exciting. Remember that how you are in the points, the better you are, you get a better opportunity to go qualifying early when the temperatures are cooler at Indianapolis. Remember, Indianapolis is a very temperature-sensitive track, so the hotter it gets during the day, the slower your times come down. And so you're going to see a lot of drivers struggle in the middle of the afternoon who would normally have pace on an oval or just have pace, period, but they can only put a speed up that gets them mid-pack or in the back of the pack, or not even fast at all. They'll have to go to the last row shootout. But those that are in the points championship that are regular competitors are going to get first dibs to go out there. So Pinero is going to have an early slot. And so he's going to be able to have an opportunity to put down a big lap. And then he's going to be able, then after that, he's going to sit for the rest of the session and then watch all of the last row shootout again. Because we're probably going to have 10-plus drivers shooting that out for those 3 positions alone. And then finally you'll get back in your car again, and conditions are different, and go at it again for another 4 more laps. See if you survive that round, and then go for another 4 more laps in the Fast 6, and see at that point if you have the pace to get the pole position. It doesn't matter necessarily who's on the pole provisionally in the Fast 30. It matters who's on the pole at the end of the Fast 6. So that's kind of what we're looking at coming up.
Yeah, I remember last time, actually last 2 times, even the bump day, the bump guys make the fastest.
Yeah.
In the day. So they're gonna make it faster because the temperature, also the day also is getting little dark, and the track is getting a little more tough. So actually, good point. Very disadvantage for Pinheiro making one lap at 12 or 1 p.m. in the day, and then you have to come in at 9:30 or something like that to come in, make it 4 more laps, about the 4 more laps to make the end. So it's very disadvantage actually. It's really disconnected everything about that. So. But let's see, it's going to be really excited and good. And also the Freedom 100 is going to be
oh, yeah, you're the defending champion of that.
Waving. That's the waving around.
You can't weave. And we're going to be running the IL-15, the new Indy Lights, or the Indy NXT car that just came out on the sim. We will be using that, I believe. That will be Tuesday. Unfortunately, we will not be broadcasting that. That'll be someone else with ERN, because we'll have our regular Tuesday night duties over on P1. But you should definitely check that out. That'll be a real exciting race, and we'll see if Lewis can repeat, not weaving, as champion of the
I didn't know that rule. Sorry.
All right, let's get on out of here. Give everyone back their Thursday nights. so they can go to bed and start thinking about their weekends like Connor Nixon is right now.
Watching the game, the Yankees.
I know. It's not looking good for my Sox. That's all right. I got 4 World Series this century. I got 4 of them, so I'm good. I'm good. 4 World Series to the 1 Yankee, so I'm good. All right, so that's it for tonight. Once you get your podium here from the 4th running of the Mid-Ohio Indy 200. And actually, he was our defending champion here in our last race was Adriano, so it goes back-to-back. He wins the 3rd running, wins the 4th running. Adriano Pinheiro here from Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course is your winner. Extending his points lead, Brian Blautman gets his best career finish, comes home 2nd. Connor Nixon gets another podium finish, adding to last year's podium at the Indy GP. He comes home 3rd. Okay, so join us next week for the start of round 10 of the 2025B Championship. But really, the championship in general just gets put on hold because the focus turns to the hardest 10 miles in motorsports and sim racing. It's qualifying for the 14th running of the Rebel's Photography Indianapolis 500. Coverage starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, that's 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find everything right here at YouTube, at youtube.com. Just do the keyword search Elite Racing Network. You'll find everything. Don't have the thumbnails and everything put up yet. We'll get them up there as soon as possible, and all you have to do is hit the notify me button, and you'll be notified 30 minutes before we go live and when we go live, so you won't miss a single lap of any of the action that takes place on track at Indianapolis for qualifying. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not an easy one, so please help support ERN with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know your thought of tonight's race, and if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so you'll miss out on more of ERN's other iRacing programming, including the Juicy Spider Studios Elite Truck Series, Sundays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the Mark J. Rebels Grand National Series, Mondays at 7:30. And ring that bell icon. You don't want to miss it. There's a lot of racing action throughout the week here on the Elite Racing Network. The Elite Racing League's IndyCar Series naming rights are paid for by the Warriors for Peace. Warriors for Peace is an Indianapolis-based nonprofit organization working to end violence and inspire peaceful change. Founded in memory of Jack Shockley to support youth through scholarships, mentoring, and community programs. To learn more or to support their mission, visit their webpage at warriors4peace.org or follow one of their socials today. All that you can find on their webpage. All the links are in the description. We want to thank Warriors for Peace for their continued support of this signature series. Special thank you to the Elite Racing League's premier sponsors, Blue Egg Marketing and World Wide Technology Raceway. Hey, don't spin your wheels. Accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big. To learn more about Blue Egg, go to blueeggmarketing.com or click on their link in the description. World Wide Technology Raceway is a premier motorsports facility located in Madison, Illinois, just minutes from downtown St. Louis, and the iconic Gateway Arch. To learn more about World Wide Technology Raceway, to buy one of their tickets for one of their marquee events, check out www.raceway.com or click on the link in the description. For business inquiries to learn more about the Elite Racing League and what we do, visit eliteracingleague.com. Subscribe on YouTube. Like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram. As always, the links you need are in the description. So, for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at the Elite Racing League and the Warriors for Peace, I'm Gary Gotzo saying to all, good night, and thanks for watching. And all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us all again here next week in Indianapolis when we go qualifying for the biggest prize in all of the Elite Racing League, the Indianapolis 500. So long, and we'll see you then. Good night, everybody.